Hi, I'm Ellen Jaffe Jones, the author of Eat Vegan on $4 a Day. I wrote this book because I saw so many stories on the news that said you can't eat well on a budget. I would see women who weighed maybe 300 pounds loading up their carts with Twinkies and macaroni and cheese, saying they were on food stamps, and the reporter, like I used to be, would shove the microphone in their face and they would be quoted in the interview as saying, you know, you just can't eat well on a budget, especially food stamps. Well, for the price of a Twinkie, you can eat about 3 healthy servings of bean protein and be on your way to a very nutritious, fiber-filled, healthy lifestyle. And it's so important to eat this way to prevent diseases. You know, my mom, aunt, and both sisters had breast cancer, and that was only the beginning of a massive list of every disease known to humankind that struck our family. And by the time my parents were around when I had kids, they were so sick and diseased, they couldn't lift my kids, let alone babysit them. So it's entire generations who are losing by not understanding and hearing this information. So people say, well, how do you really eat vegan on $4 a day? Well, the 5-second television answer is beans, grains, and greens. And it's important to buy in bulk. So you can go to your favorite big box store and pick up a ginormous bag of beans like this. This is an 8-pound bag of beans, but they make them as much as 20 pounds now. And people say, well, how are you going to eat all those beans? The key is to store them in a hermetically sealed jar like this. You can also pick this up at your favorite big box store. It'll have a rubber gasket on the top and keep it sealed and the freshness in for years. When I lived up north and I didn't have jars like this, I would get bugs in my grains and in my beans. So it's really important to find a jar like that if you do want to buy in bulk. So people say, well, how do you get enough protein? And I go, do I look like I have a protein deficiency? These are the awards I won placing in 5K races for my age group. And I did my first marathon last year. I was the 5th oldest woman to finish the Palm Beaches Marathon. So it is quite possible to eat this way and get enough energy and enough protein and enough stamina to do the kinds of things I like to do. And even if you don't want to eat this way, it's a great way to save your health. My book talks a lot about not only the money you save at the store, but the money you save by avoiding doctors, diseases, and hospitals. It's so important to understand that what you eat 3 times a day really does affect who you are and the way you feel and how you live your life. If you're not healthy, you can't enjoy life. So if you don't feel like you're getting enough protein or enough energy, you can always, for another dime, add another serving of beans or another 15 cents, another serving of brown rice, if you feel you need more calories or more energy. One of the things I did in the book was propose a 1-week menu plan. Now, you don't have to follow this menu plan, but I showed from every recipe in the book you actually can eat vegan on $4 a day. You don't have to follow that menu plan. It was just a way of food financial planning so that you can see that it is possible. Because so many people think you got to have Oprah's Chef or you got to shop at Whole Foods or an more expensive place. And actually, shopping at health food stores, you can eat this way too. But you will have to focus on the beans and the grains as the source of your protein and the source of your diet. So I hope you'll pick up my book, Eat Vegan on $4 a Day. You can find it on Amazon for $10, and most people who have bought it either say in reviews or to me directly that they have made their money back in the first few weeks, the first month that they have owned the book. Or if you want to go to my website, vegcoach.com, you can pick up the book for a few more pennies and I'll send you a signed copy. So thank you so much for listening. I'm Ellen Jaffe Jones, the Veg Coach, and I appreciate your time.